Hi guys, this is Vishal here from Trapcode. So in this video we will understand how to use Typesense to build data group and data table. So we have integrated this plugin called Typesense where you can search across hundreds of thousands of records or millions of records at a fraction of a second, right? So it's a very powerful search alternative for Elasticsearch and Algolia, where you can build your own search capability within your data in Trapcode. And then let's see how that can be done. So we already have a video tutorial for the introduction, that how you install a Typesense plugin, how you configure the mapping, and how you search across those results. But there are scenarios where, let's say, you want to show the data on a data table or on a data group or maybe on a calendar using Typesense so that it loads faster. And so in this video we will see how to use that, right? So just to give a recap, we already have a Typesense plugin installed, which is pointing to the local Typesense which we have installed a Trapcode. If you want to bring some Typesense which is outside of the Trapcode environment, you can just link it here by giving the URL, the port and all, and the Typesense key. And in the collection, so we already have employee collection where we have some employees data, and we have enabled the mapping. To do the mapping, you go to configuration and the mapping. In here you can actually choose that which all fields you want to be mapping or you want to index, right? So we did an index ID last time, so I'll just do it. So here this will basically send the data of these fields to Typesense so that you can search within these fields, right? So by default, it's not a good practice to map all the fields because you may not be searching across all the fields. So it's always good to map only the fields in which you want to search. So let's say I want to search employees by name and email. So I will map only these fields. ID we are mapped because we need that ID in the index table. So now let's say I have a page and here I want to display the data of employees from Typesense rather than coming from my Trapcode database. I want the data to come from Typesense, right? So for that we use same thing. Let's do a data table or data group only, but instead of getting data from collection, I'll say get data from Typesense. So this option is coming only because you have installed the Typesense plugin. So Typesense, and in Typesense, since you have only mapped employee collection, so only one collection is coming. Okay, and rest everything is same. Extremely, like, you don't have to worry about anything else. So this search bar I can remove, but actually if you want you can keep this because you can also search, right? So it's not just the table is getting built, all the functionality of tables are now controlled by Typesense in this case. So whether it's pagination, is search, sorting, and also the download of CSV and all those things, right? So click preview, publish the changes, preview. Okay, so looks like gender may not be indexed, so that's why it's not coming. So for now I'll just remove it because, or we need to reindex the data, or let's say let's reindex the data. Okay, so I have already created an event to reindex. Okay, so this basically reindex all the data. Basically just index all the data of the of whatever collection for which this is configured. So I'll go to my page and then just call this event with some button so that it reindex the data, right? So when you're creating new data, you don't have to reindex in Typesense, but the very first time when you install the Typesense, you need to reindex the data, right? Or you can delete the index if needed. So I'll go to the component button and then just bind this event. Change the button from submit to button, bind the event which is index employee data. Okay, this you don't have to do all the time. I'm just doing it because we recently installed Typesense and the data is older, right? Or let's say if you want to reset everything, you've added extra columns, you've removed some columns, like in our case, we just went ahead and added 2 more columns, right? So the data is not indexed, so we are reindexing the data. So we are resending the data to Typesense. So let's go here. I'll just click index data. It has shown me a success message. Now I reload. Okay, so now the data is here and this is coming from Typesense. You can just delete this button, I don't need, because the data is indexed. Now if the new records will get created, they will automatically get indexed because we have that mechanism in place. So whenever a new record gets created, updated, deleted, those gets handled in Typesense automatically. You don't have to do anything for it. So this is the table coming from Typesense. Next, because there are 25 records. Yeah. So all this is coming from Typesense. Similarly, if you want to display a data group, remove this. So let's search for data group. Same thing, get data from Typesense, Typesense employee collection, all items. You can in fact apply filter that what data you want to display, like you do for regular drag code database. There is no difference at all. Only thing is that the speed will be much better here because the data is coming from the indexed. We get data from employee collection, name of employee, which is name of employee. This is, let's say, joining date of employee. These cars links I remove, I don't need it. So now this data is coming from Typesense. Load more records, another 10 records, load more records, another 5 records, right? So all this data this will be much faster when you have like hundreds of thousands of records where the data table slows down. So this is how you basically make your data table data group faster. You can also implement search using Typesense, which we have covered in another video. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you again in the next video. Bye bye.